Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important properties of CSS, that is border top and border bottom. We are going to talk about these two properties because they are almost similar. Okay, but with its name it is clear that bottom will focus on bottom border and top will focus on the top border. Okay. So by the end of this session, we will be able to answer all the questions like what is border top and border bottom properties of CSS, what all possible values we are supposed to pass here, what is the syntax and structure that we are supposed to pass. Okay. So these all things we are going to discuss with proper examples. But before we start or proceed with the session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use border top and border bottom property of CSS. Okay, so let's start the discussion and let's look at the code. Here you can see the code is very simple and straightforward, because we are just using one heading that shows CSS Cascading Style Sheets by Sharmit, and there is one title in the head section that shows Sharmit. So currently if I show you the output of this code, you will see that it is showing just the heading and the title. Perfect. Now what next? We are going to put one heading that will show our today's topic name. So here I'm using H2. And with this H2, we will provide the name of two property that we will be discussing: border top and border bottom. Okay, properties of CSS. So this is our main topic for the session. Okay, fine. Now to perform this example or to demonstrate this concept, what we will do, we will create one div first. So here I will create div. Okay, in div we will associate one ID. So here I'm associating the ID which is box. So whenever you want to access this div, you can directly use this box ID. Okay, remember one thing, this is case sensitive. So if you are writing something with the capital letters, make sure to put it in a capital letters. If you are putting something with small letter, make sure to put it in a small letter. Otherwise it might cause issue and it won't work simply. Okay, fine. So I think now we are good with these things. So let's write the CSS, because now we want to create a CSS. And to create the CSS, to apply the CSS, we have three methods. Either we can go with a normal thing, like we can go with the inline CSS, we can go with internal CSS or external CSS. So it is up to you which one you want to follow. I'm going to use the internal one, because with that I can show you both code, HTML code as well as CSS code at the same page. That's why I'm using here style element in the body, in the head section, where we will write the internal CSS. So to access this div, we will use the selector that is ID, and to use the ID selector we need to pass hash, then ID name which is box, then opening and closing curly braces. Now here we will firstly set some basic properties like width and height. So I'm setting the width as 900 pixel, then I'll set the height which would be 600 pixel. Okay, after that we will put here, yeah, I think now we are good with it. So let's learn about the first thing, that is border top. So let me tell you the requirement first. Requirement is that we want to apply a border but only at the top position, not at left side, not at right side, not at bottom side. I just want to show a border only on the top side. So to draw this thing, what we can do, we can use border top property. So you just need to write here border hyphen top. Okay, now when you write border top, you will see there are various correlated properties, right? Border top is here, border top left radius is here, border top right radius is here, border top color is here, border top width, and border top style. So what we want to do, one by one we will explore all these options. Okay, the first one is a shorthand property. So whenever I mention shorthand property, that means there you can apply 3 property at a time. What all 3 property? Color, width and style. Let me show you how. So just select border top. Here firstly we will provide the width. So I will write here 20 pixel. Then I'll provide the style. I will use solid. Okay, and then I will apply the color. So I will use a red color. After this you can save it, refresh the browser, and you can see we got the border on the top position. Okay, so this is how with one property we can apply 3 properties, 3 values. Okay, so this is called shorthand border top property. Now similarly we have other options as well, like if you write border top, then we have border top left radius, border top right radius, color, width. Okay, so let's separately apply color, width and style just to show you how it works. Okay, so border top color I want this time as a blue color. Okay, then we can use border top width. Here I will go with the 20 pixel. Then we can select the border top style, border top style. Here we can use, this time I will use dashed border. Okay, fine. So now if I refresh the browser, you will see the top border is coming with dashed property, dashed style, blue color and 20 pixel width. Okay, so this is how it works. Now here I want to show you another interesting thing, that is the radius. For that I'll just make it as solid. Why? Because in solid you will be able to see it more properly. Okay, so we just make it as solid, but it doesn't mean that you have to write always with a solid. You can use any property, that is up to you, but for time being I'm using the solid style. Okay, fine. Now with the solid, what we will do, we will here write border top left or right radius. Let's go with right radius. Here I will write 50%. So what it will do now, it will provide a radius to the right corner. You can see here we have turned it 50% from right side. Likewise, if you want to change it from left side, you can make it as left. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, if we talk about the values, either you can go with a percentage value or you can directly put it in a pixels. So let's say I want to give only 50 pixel radius. So sorry, 20 pixel radius. So I can give it as 20 pixel, refresh the browser and you can see a slight radius you can see here because we have provided only 20 pixel. But in case if you provide it as 200 pixel, you will see a difference. Okay, so this is how we can set the radius for the top border. Okay, with border top left radius or a border top right radius. Clear? So we got the point. Now similarly, if you want, means we have covered all correlated properties for border, right? Border top. So if you write border top is a combination of color, width and style. Then we have border top radius. Okay, let's see if we can provide the, okay, I'll show you when we will discuss about the bottom. Okay, for now you can see left radius is okay, right radius is okay, color, width, style. So we have covered all these points. Now it's time to learn about the border bottom, which is quite similar to that. Only difference is that this time we will use for bottom. Okay, so here we will write border bottom. Okay, so in border bottom you can provide, let's say 20 pixel solid pink. Now you can save it, refresh it, and you can see we have a bottom border of pink color. If you want to change a color, yes, you can change it to green or any color. So let's select the green color, and now you can see it is coming with a green color. Similarly, if you want, okay, let me try one thing. Can we pass a percentage here just to give a radius? Is it possible? Let's try. No, this is not working. Why? Because border bottom shorthand property or border top shorthand property only can contain 3 values. What all 3 values? Style, color and width. Okay, fine. Now you might be thinking like, why we have these different like for bottom we have different thing, for right we have different thing, and for left and top different thing. Because let's say if there is a requirement where you want to show bottom border and top border differently, let me show you how. So here we will write border top. So for border top, what we will do, we will write here 20, not bottom top, it should be border top. Border top. Okay, here I want 20 pixel, not solid. Here I want dotted, red color. Save, refresh. So now you can see we have top border and bottom border. Clear? So that's the reason. Similarly, like if you want to create a left and right separately, you can create it separately. We will discuss in that in next section. But for this session, we just mainly focusing on top and bottom border. Okay. So for border bottom also, like there are different ways to use it. Like you can see the associated or correlated properties like right radius, left radius, color, width, style. So we know these things, right? So let me show you just one example for this one. Left radius. So if you save it, refresh it, so you can see from left side it is rounded because we have provided the radius. Okay. So in this session, mainly we discuss how to use border bottom property and border top property. In next session, we will talk about left and right. Okay. Although they are also similar, but still maybe some of you are not able to use that as of now. So I'll explain you how to use left and right property with bottom. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.